Bit of family history today. This could be a boring one. This one's for the kids, but there's something in it for everyone. If you're interested in sad tales of woe and the trail of sorrow or the trail of tears and all those things. Anyway, basically, ethnically, I'm a mutt. My mother was Pennsylvania Dutch, Reed German. My father is quite a mix. His father is predominantly English and Scottish descent. His mother is half Irish, and his grandmother, his mom's mother, name was Una Leclerc. And despite that French-sounding name, she was in fact a Potawatomi Indian, for want of a better term. The Citizens Potawatomi Nation wasn't called that back then. They were just the Potawatomi at that time. There's some tribal politics going on that led to the name that they currently have. Is one of the larger tribes in the United States, actually. Partially because people like me are actually tribal members. I took the kids out today, not at my own behest, but Irene insisted that we go to a tribal gathering that they held at Encanto Park this morning. And partially because it was free food, and there was free amusement park rides and bouncers for the kids and paddleboat rides and free food and a raffle. I won an MP3 player, as it happens. Maybe I'll be in the tribal newsletter or newspaper next month, the Honey Con. When Europeans first came to North America, of course they found the Native Americans, or the Indians as they mistakenly called them. And the policies depended on which group. The French tended to merge with them. The English tended to kill them. The United States government, as it formed and moved west, had a policy at times that could be short of nothing but genocide, an attempt to completely and utterly eradicate them in any way possible, be that through killing them or later through policies of attempting to eradicate any trace of their culture and identity. And also through a long-standing policy of taking them to places that were laughingly called Indian schools and stripping them of their tribal identity. They would simply take the children away from the parents, and they would send the kids to these boarding schools where they would, cut their hair and give them Caucasian haircuts and give them good old Christian names and make them not speak their native language, make them speak only English, make them worship a Christian God, teach them all about Jesus and all that wonderful stuff to make them civilized and not savages, and strip them of their identity completely. My grandmother was raised in one of those schools. Not because she'd been taken away from her parents, but that her mother died when she was 2, and her father was a cowboy and kind of on the road and couldn't take care of them, so they were put in she and her twin sister were put in the school, and partially, made her who she was. Interesting story about that. She and her sister, although twins, were and you can't tell in this black and white photo I'm showing you here, but she and her twin sister couldn't have looked different. I mean, they look a lot alike here, but in fact, one of them, Nell, her sister, has dark hair and reddish skin. And my grandmother, Stella, has flaming red hair and very white skin. And she used to put mud in her hair and on her legs, on her skirt and her arms, to try to fit in with the other kids at the school, because they would taunt her mercilessly because she was white. Well, You can look at me, blonde hair, blue eyes, with a name like Glover, and I am a Native American. I am a tribal member of the Citizens Potawatomi Nation, which currently resides out of Shawnee, Oklahoma. Anyway, we went to the gathering, learned about their new sewer system. That's an interesting sewer system. Maybe not as interesting as you might think. Ooh, sewer system. I want to know more about that. No, you don't. But they have one, and they're building a new one because Shawnee, Oklahoma is not going to play ball unless they pay them a lot of money. So they just will make our own. And building a lake, and a hotel next to the casino, doing business as we are. They are an industrious tribe, and if you were going to be a member of a Native American tribe, well, I'm about as proud of them as a group as any I've ever read about. So, to the Potawatomi, they are us.